This video is for the Dividing Polynomials Degree 1 foldable. Guys, this is probably the toughest lesson in this unit. Okay, so just understand that I know this is really difficult, but this is as bad as it'll get for this unit. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to use the factoring method to divide polynomials. So to do this, we turn the problem into a fraction. Okay, we're going to factor the polynomial using the GCF, and then we're going to use cancellation. So turn it into a fraction, 35x minus 140, and then we're going to divide that by 35. So make it a fraction, 35x minus 140 would go on the top, divided by 35. Okay? So what I can do is I'm going to factor this polynomial first because I can't do anything with them connected. Now, 140, let's see if 140 is divisible. 140 divided by 35. It is. 35 times 4. So what I can do is I can rewrite this top part as 35. So 35 times x and then minus 4. Again, if I work backwards, 35 times x is 35x. 35 times a negative 4 gives me a negative 140. So now what I can do is I can use cancellation. If I've got a 35 on top and a 35 on bottom, they cancel. And I'm left with just x minus 4. Okay? Here's another one. 16x plus 64 divided by 4. So what I want to do here is I want to factor, let's factor a 4 out. Okay, so 4 times what gives me a 16? Well, I can just use division there. 16 divided by 4 gives me a 4, so this would be a 4x. Same thing here, 64 divided by 4 gives me a positive 16. Now, 4 on top, 4 on bottom, cancel, and I'm left with 4x plus 16. I could factor this too. I could do it as 4 times x plus 4. I'll let you know if you need to factor further on problems. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use long division, no remainder. So we're going to set up the division problem as regular, sorry, can't see that, as regular long division. So top goes in the box, bottom goes outside. So x minus 3. I'm actually going to switch to a thinner pen just so I have room. Woo. Okay. Dividing 5x minus 15. Okay. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to divide the leading 5x in the dividend, that's what's in the box here, by x. Okay, so 5x divided by x. 5x divided by x gives me the x's cancel, and I'm left with the 5. That 5 is what I'm going to put up top here. Now, I've got to multiply the 5 through this divisor. Okay, divisor is what's outside. Dividend is inside the box. Divisor is outside the box. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 3 is a negative 15. Now remember, when we do long division, we subtract. So I need to take this whole thing and subtract it. Okay, here's where things get tricky. By subtracting it, I'm changing the sign of everything. I'm making this a negative 5x. I'm making this a positive 15. Because technically I'm multiplying that entire expression by a negative 1. Okay? The reason I have to do that is so things cancel. 5x and negative 5x cancel. Negative 15 and positive 15 cancel. And leaves me with a 0. Okay? So 5x minus 15 divided by x minus 3 equals 5. 5x minus 15 divided by x minus 3 equals a plain old 5. Okay. Top goes in the box, bottom goes outside the box. X plus 2 divided by, or 4x plus 8 divided by x plus 2. X times what gives me 4x? 4. Now I multiply it out. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2, positive 8. I've got to subtract that whole thing. So remember, when I subtract the whole thing, positive 4x becomes a negative 4x. Positive 8 becomes a negative 8. 4x and negative 4x cancel. Positive 8 and negative 8 cancel. No remainder. So 4x plus 8, x plus 2 equals 4. Okay, now we're going to do remainders. Hang with me, guys. We're still going to use regular long division, but this time we're going to have a remainder. Okay? All right, here we go. Top in, bottom out. All right. 2x times what gives me a negative 8x. So 2 times what gives me a negative 8? A negative 4. Multiply it out. Negative 4 times 2x is a negative 8x. Negative 4 times a positive 1 is a negative 4. Subtract the whole thing. So change signs. Negative 8x becomes positive 8x. Negative 4 becomes positive 4. And then you kind of, once you do that, once you distribute that negative, you can kind of just forget about it. Negative 8x and positive 8x cancel. 5 plus 4 is a 9. So here's how you write the remainder. Okay? Negative 8x plus 5 divided by 2x plus 1. Sorry, you can't see what's going on. That's my original problem. Equals negative 4. The remainder goes on top of a fraction. What's outside goes underneath. Okay? Hardest problem you will have this entire unit. Okay? One more. Top in, bottom out. 3x times what gives me 2x? 3x times what gives me 6x? A 2. Multiply it out. 2 times 3x gives me 6x. 2 times 1 gives me a positive 2. Subtract the entire thing. Negative 6x, positive 2 becomes negative 2. 6x, negative 6x cancels. 9 plus a negative 2, or 9 minus 2, gives me a 7. I have a remainder. So, original problem, 6x plus 9 divided by 3x plus 1 equals 2. Remainder goes on top of the fraction. What's outside goes underneath.